Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
And Bowden going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Bowden. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Throwing is Bowden. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Locke steps away. From the left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Locke on the move to his left. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Haynes. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. To throw is Bowden. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Defense. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Point after, right down the middle. And this is now a 1-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Play action. Now it's Locke. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Charles, ho-hum, another year, another Super Bowl appearance for this head coach. He already holds the all-time record for most Super Bowl titles, and now here he is trying to bring home yet another.
And this guy's thirst for victory, absolutely unquenchable. Every year we think, okay, that's enough. He's going to go ahead and retire and move on and give someone else a chance. But no, he keeps winning, and you keep playing, and you keep adding to your Super Bowl titles. Go ahead, give someone else a shot. Teach them how to play the game a little bit better so maybe they can win a Super Bowl too.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Landry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Block off of play action. Out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rolling to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Norton. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. While the trainers take a look, he'll step aside. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Norton. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
A final shot before half for Locke. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Steps away. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Seahawks will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out.
Touchdown, Broncos! A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Drew Lock taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Right back to him on 1st down. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Locke back near his goal line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke now to throw. On the move to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Locke again. Out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play, as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. To throw it is Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Locke going to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Drew Locke, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Point after here coming up. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Locke. Steps away. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On the move to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Here's Locke to throw. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. Out to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They look to throw. It's Locke. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Rolling to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And out now come the Seahawks. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.